I won't deny it, I'm a straight rider.
I'm back. Okay. We are here to talk about the power of the black woman. Um, so let's get it popping. So I think I think I took a step back maybe like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and I was out one night. I was at a club. And this girl, she's just like so beautiful. She was with her boyfriend or whatever, and he wasn't giving me the energy I was looking for, like based off how beautiful she was. Like she was gorgeous. So he was just like, and I get it, he's used to her, they probably been together, whatever. But I was just like, girl, you are so gorgeous. What you doing? Like, I know you're not walking past me and not gonna speed, not gonna sit down. Like, what? You're crazy. So she ended up sitting down. We just like talked, hung out. But yeah, it started being nice to like black women first, but like all women, almost 10 years ago. And y'all thought I was going gay. We're not call you gay. We're not call you bi. No, I would just watch how men wouldn't like men wouldn't really help or congratulate or compliment black women specifically like I was used to. And I just thought it was weird. I'm like, what happened? I don't mean it was happening to me. It was just more so that I just wouldn't see her. And so me being a black woman, understanding what it's like to actually have to get ready, get cute, and I actually don't like to get cute or get ready. I like to dress like a boy, but sometimes I have to dress like a girl. And yeah, I understand it, and I just think enough compliments, enough love, enough recognition wasn't going around. So I actually just was like, okay, what am I gonna complain about it for if I am myself not gonna do it? So I would just, when I would go out, I'd be like, "Oh, you look so cute. Like we gonna be friends." No, no, don't discriminate. As long as you cool, as long as you pretty, we good. Or if you stuck up, no. I'm not a dude, so I'm not trying to have sex with you. So I'm not tolerating that. But when I was at UAB, I actually met a group of black girls. That I love to death, and y'all know I love them to death. But they just, I don't know. Like I don't do groups. Everything about them is like completely was the opposite of what I was used to. Like I'm very shy. I'm very introverted. I don't really like people. That's what introverts say. Like I don't like people. We just, if we have the choice, we would rather not deal with people. And so black women have taught me more so how to maneuver through life, no matter how many times you get knocked down. Like not only to get back up, but get back up looking good as fuck, like looking amazing. Like you get back up, and you're like, you gotta check yourself. So it's just kind of one of those things. Like we don't really have a choice but to be, resilient. We have it's a second nature thing. It's our default. So when we malfunction, we just go back to resilience. Like, oh, nothing's ever gonna break you. Nothing's ever gonna stop you. Nothing's ever gonna have you down. And I think it shouldn't be as celebrated as it is, but a lot of people like America itself celebrate the head. They're like, oh, black women, they're so strong, and y'all can handle anything. And that's not really a compliment to us. Like calling us strong it kind of takes away the human aspect of us, because in most of those cases we don't have a choice. So when you're telling us we're strong, when that literally is the only option on the table for us, it's like, no, I'm not. If I break, what's gonna happen. Like, who's gonna be there? That's what I mean. We don't really have a choice to break down. Like, nobody's gonna come pick us up. Nobody's gonna come and save us. I mean, you look at the world. We're protected bottom of the barrel. So if we fold and we just say, "Oh, I'm out," like, who's coming for us? I don't know. So, America, please quit calling us strong. You would never tell Rodney King he got durable bones. You would never tell Tupac he made cute songs. You would never tell OJ he did no wrong. So, once again, quit calling us strong. We ain't never had a choice. That's why we sit on the throne. Bars. When I went to therapy, or tried to get therapy, before I actually got an appointment, she was asking me, like, why do you think you need therapy? I was just like, well, because there are some things that happen in my life, and you know, it hasn't stopped me. Like, it hasn't even made me pause. It hasn't, you know, kept me in a hole somewhere crying. It doesn't have me walking around in circles talking to myself. So I feel like I need therapy because it's a little weird. And she was like, it's interesting that you think being resilient is a bad thing or something you should get therapy about. I was like, no. Being too resilient is something that I think is dangerous. Like, we wish we didn't have to be the strong ones, but you know, our counterparts are target practice in the world. So we kind of, when they break down, we gotta hold it. So now you're gonna hear about some powerful Black women in my life that has helped change me, mold me to who I am, you know, because I'm kind of a badass. First one is Miss Shawanda Benjamin. I met her when I went to UAB, and I think I fell in love with Miss Shawanda. Like, I just thought she was like everything Black, everything strong, everything beautiful, everything courageous, charismatic, intellectual. Like, she was just everything. So she was actually the very first person who was like, Lenoka, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Not what your mama want to do, not what your aunties and uncles want you to do. What do you, like, what makes you happy? And you wouldn't get tired of doing it for the rest of your life or every day. I was like, well, I never really thought about it, you know? So once she let me sit in her office, I thought about it a little bit. I was like, well, I like to work out. I love helping people. And I love basketball. Those are the things I will never get tired of. Like, helping people, basketball, working out. And so Miss Shawanda was like, have you ever looked at exercise science? I was like, no, I never heard of it. You know, Kanice. And I was like, okay. So I started looking it up. And I'm like, oh, yes, this is perfect for me, right? Because it literally is all in one. I could go and work with basketball players. I could help people, and I could work out, you know? So I was like, okay, perfect. This is what I'm going to do. So I changed my major. But yes, she kind of, when things was going bad, like, I would just go in her office and she'd be like, you need to talk? I'm like, yeah, she'll just close the door. I'm like, thank you. Because I never had that growing up. Like, I need to talk, close the door, undivided attention, like, all ears. You helping me through, like, what? This is some new shit. Some new shit. Some new shit. But when I say I am thankful and appreciative, Miss Shawanda, like, very appreciative. Because I think I would have went down a whole path that I would now be unhappy with. Next person. So Devany was like one of the first girls I met at UAB outside of UAB crew. I met her through Daryl, I think. Daryl and Ben. Because we were all in Chem 1 together, freshman year. Devany stayed on me and she was like, you need to do better. You need to this, you need to that. Like, the reason why she is just so powerful is because she actually got pregnant undergrad. Like, and she still graduated on time. I was like, girl, what? You done dropped the baby, came back, finished, and you like, and what? And what? Devany finished in 4, so I don't know. I'm sorry, but every situation different. I understand, but I'm telling you, I watched it. I don't know if I could have done that. Like, I probably would have left, came all the way back. She went home for I'm not even gonna lie, it had to be at most 2 semesters. I want to say it was 1. Just because she's that badass, but it could have just been 2 semesters. And she came back like, ain't missed a beat. I said, I know that's real. You better, black woman. She is definition, textbook, got pregnant, finished her degree on time. Ain't missed not a thing. Next person we got, we gonna do Nick and Lele out the friend group, because when I went missing, let's do Lele first. But when I went missing, Nick and Lele, of my friends, they the ones who checked in the most and talked to me the most. Now, granted, I changed my number in between this time. I probably changed it twice. Like, this is my 3rd time. The number I have now is like my 3rd time changing it in 5 years. I really want to say. So I changed my number twice on them, on my friends. And Lele and Nick were still the ones that were like reaching out, making sure everything was cool, making sure, you know, I was okay or whatever. I wasn't okay, but I was like, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's good over here. And Lele, when we were in school, she would like go out with us sometimes, or she would have to not go out with us because she would have to work. And she would work 12 hours, get off, go to class in the daytime. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? Stuff like that. Because you gotta think about it. She ain't go to sleep. She ain't been asleep. She worked 12 hours last night, and now it's 8. Now it's 8 o'clock, and everybody done rested well, and she tired, and she in class. And I just thought I was like, this girl crazy, but she the truth, you know? Women like that, they just always are like inspirational to me. Lele also paid for her car freshman year, like her car. She just had everything, and I just like, this girl is sick. And so when we actually became closer and we started becoming friends, and I met her family, and we would talk, like we have a lot of overlapping, I think like things we went through in life. Most of a lot of other stuff she went through, I had to go through. And I just think she's strong because she never like, she's just always been her. She's always been sweet girl. She's always been gorgeous, you know, real. I'm not gonna say friendly. She's outgoing. Like, she don't meet a stranger ever. And she real easy to get along with. She's not problematic at all. And so we just love Lele. It's actually her birthday today, but we just love Lele. We love Lele all day, every day, even when it ain't her birthday, okay? So now we got Nick and Nick. Me and Nicky Nick getting married today. No, seriously. Nick is like the mama of the family. Mama of the family. She's like mama of the friends. And it's just a testament to her character because she lost her mom. And she lost her mom a few years ago. So it's like the fact that she still kind of plays that role for us. Because we act like we got some that are like disagreeing right now. We got me who just kind of just goes off without telling anyone. You know, you got Leah. So it's just like she got a lot of kids. Nigga got a lot of kids. And I don't know, I'm extremely observant. So I saw that a long time ago. And like I said, Nick and Lele was a lot of people checked on me. I'm not gonna lie, that's 5 years. A lot of people checked on me, but Nick and Lele were kind of like, bro, I ain't seen you, bro. I ain't talked to you. Like, hey, you good? Hey, all right. I hope you all right. Hey, I love you. Hey, da. Changed my number twice during all this. This is my third number, so really 3 times, but changed my number twice in the 5 years previous. So it's like, yeah, they both were like, hello, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my life. So yeah, Nick has always been the mama for us. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna like agree with that, but like as a group, she's the one who is the nurturing one. Make sure we stay in touch with each other. She makes sure we are all like on one accord. Make sure we're all included in things. Make sure, you know, everybody's okay. If someone's a little distant, she's gonna reach out. Like, just amazing. But then you take into perspective, she was super close to her mom, and she kind of still does that for the group, and still, you know, checks on people and make sure everybody's okay. If we have disagreements, she's the one trying to iron it out. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to see. And, you know, we were talking and she was like, yeah, you know, when things get hard for me, I just work. I'm like, girl, I'm with you. That is my, when the world is like crashing, like No's going to work. No's probably going to work twice in a day, in the morning and at night. Like, when life is just really like, I'm going to work. But so is she too. So that's like a beautiful thing. Like, she ain't never gonna be broken, ain't never gonna fold, you know. And I think she also used to cook for us too. Like, don't forget that, because she gonna be married too soon. Like, don't forget that she used to cook for us. Like, even Vernon. I think Vernon used to get the meals too. So yeah, like, Nick top tier. And because loving me is like loving, you know, the father from the late 80s. I'm going to the store to get some milk. No, you don't even drink milk. Like, but I'm going to the store to get some milk. I'm going to be back though. You know, that's what it's like to love me. And they both 100% kind of do it like it's nothing. Like it's water. Those group of women, if it wasn't for UAB crew, I actually wouldn't have made like a vow to not do that shit again. But when I saw them in Atlanta, I was just like, even before I kind of made up my mind, because they don't understand why I didn't tell them about everything and why I didn't let them help me. But it was just more so like, okay, I will never do that shit again. And I'm sorry. I'll be sorry to the day I die. Like, but I don't mean anything by it when I go missing, but I know how it can feel to somebody who loves you and they don't know, you know. So it was just like, because I love them so much, and I am better because of them. They are the people who make me want to do better. I walk out my life, I'm the type of person who's gonna like, okay, like, I'm gonna get the door. Like, that's the type of person I am. I'm just gonna be like, oh, here's the door. But then that door locked, padlocked. It got freaking different locks on it. Then it got a chest of drawer in front of the door. Then they got a chair in front of that. Then everybody in straight jacket. Like, leave. I love y'all. No, but for real, I love them. I love them, but I just had to shout out Nick and Lily and Dev because I literally have seen them do, like, I've seen all my friends do crazy things. Gabs is my favorite thing. That was my first nickname I gave her. I know her name's Gabrielle. Yes, I call her Gabs though, because that's what I saved her in my very first phone as. So the fact that Gabs was like, okay, come on, little sis, come on. When we was younger, it's like, girl, alright, I'm coming. I just didn't ever connect with my sisters like that. And the older I got, the more and more I realized no matter how much I want that to happen, I'm just not. Me and my sisters, we're not the same kind of people. Like, we're just not. Can't help it. And I realized, like, I would never take their advice. I would take her advice. So when I told y'all earlier in the video, like, I had to change my major. And before I actually was like I changed it, but then I think I either talked to her before I changed it or right after I changed it, because she was going to Bama at the time and I was going to UAB. And so where we stayed, like, from my bedroom to her place was like maybe an hour. So, like, I would just get on there, stay, pew, Tuscaloosa, Gabs, I'm here. All right, I'm coming down. Did she have an upstairs? Yeah, she had the upstairs room, my band, in the retreat. Did she have an upstairs room? I think so. Anywho, why y'all doing this to my memory? When I was younger, I would ask her about boys. When I changed my major, I told her about that. And I'm going to tell y'all what she told me. I don't think I can get exact words because that was so long ago, but I can get gist of the message. It was like, she said, if you have to change your route to get, it was like, you can change things to get to the same goal, just as long as you keep working towards that goal. Like, but the little details that you have to change, or the way in which you do it, you can change, but as long as you stick to your goal, you'll accomplish it. And you know what you want to do, so stick to it. And that's what it was. It was a changing of routes. So she's like getting married, and she's like, "Did you get the invitation?" I said, "Like, are you gonna be in the wedding?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Are you?" She's like, "I asked you to be a bridesmaid." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I don't really tell her no, like, ever. I don't think I have. So yeah, it's like probably her and my brother, I respond to them the same in the family. Her, I listen to a little more. That's why she's usually the only one that I listen to, because it's sound, it's logical, it makes sense, and it works, and her advice works. So yeah, she's always been like a big sister to me, but I can't say that because I don't want to ever like hurt people's feelings. Contrary to your belief, I don't actually go out my way to hurt people's feelings. I lack a filter, so if your feelings get hurt, it's just better for you to tell me instead of like doing all this extra stuff, because once you do the extra stuff, I'm not gonna care because you had the opportunity to tell me your feelings was hurt. And that's just because that's how I talk. My mom's from New York. Like, I talk without a filter, and I've tried to find one. It has not worked. I am gonna be 30. It's not coming. Perhaps it's like, go take G some water on her wedding day. And I was like, go take him some water. I mean, okay, y'all are like, what's wrong with taking him some water? It's his wedding day. You want to take the groom some water? You gonna get your head knocked off. What you mean? You about to take him a shot or something? She was like, she was being a good wife. Yes, like, so you don't get too lit or whatever. But I'm just like, hey, this is not. All right, here we go. But yeah, it was it wasn't easy to convince him to take the order, but you know, logic works for men. Okay, so you just gotta make sense. He took the order, everything was cool. So usually, like I said, when she tells me to do stuff, I'm like, okay, don't really, not a lot of lip. She was like, can you come here, or come here real quick? And so I came, y'all. She was trying to clear my name. I had no idea. What? You're over here clearing my name? Like, I was good and ready to let everybody think whatever they wanted to think. Like, really, like, oh, so you're gonna tell people I'm on crack? Okay, cool. I guess I'm gonna play a crackhead this year. Like, for 2022, I'm gonna get an Oscar for the role of a crackhead. Like, oh, I'm crazy? Like, okay, cool. Well, now, in 2022, you're gonna catch me in a nut house. You know what I'm saying? I was very much so. I don't ever dispel rumors. I'm not that person. I will literally, if you think a rumor about me, I will probably kind of lean into it without having to do anything to literally solidify the rumor. I will lean into it because I'm an asshole. Like, once you cross me, once you disrespect me, once you try to throw dirt on my name, I am an asshole. I am an asshole. So yeah, I was getting ready to star in my biggest role ever. Like, crackhead, crazy, manipulative person. Like, here I go. 3, 2, 1, action. Like, I was ready. But I look up on her wedding day. She like, nah, this is what happened. This is the real. This is what you think, but this is what you should know. And I was like, ooh, baby, God love you, and so do I, because I think it's kind of refreshing. Let's say that. If you're used to, like, everybody just having these thoughts about you or assumptions, and you just get kind of, I'm not even the type of person who cares what people think, so I'm not looking to dispel anything. Like, as soon as you judge me or as soon as you think something about me, I'm telling you for a fact who I am. I will probably lean in, especially if it's not true. I'm gonna lean into it, just because, number one, why are you judging me? You don't know me. Number two, come ask me. You got that much energy and time to put into, come on to the horse's mouth and you just gonna ask me. But yeah, she was over there like, no, that ain't this and this ain't that, and bitch, I'm strapped. No, she wasn't on no Jeezy, but she was very much so, you're mistaken, you're confused. In the world, I go in like I'm a ditzy dumb blonde who has like no skills. Like, so basically I just go out into the world like I am super average, and I hope no one notices anything different. Like, I just hope no one can tell. Like, all this is underneath. So, and for the most part, you couldn't until I started making these videos. You could not tell. Debbie, like I said, Debbie's the only one. Brittany Tibbs, she used to always tell me this too. But yeah, like, I do my best to appear basic, because I feel like I don't like attention, and I feel like I get too much, like, already. But that's why I'm just showing you how dynamic I am, because she was the only one, like, through all that, she was the only one that was like, yeah, no. Was it for her, I actually would have disappeared to Canada somewhere under an alias. But I just kind of knew God was coming to pick me up when she texted me. And I don't know if I'll actually talk about that in the video, but I kept saying, God told me to do this. God told me to do this. Like, and I told one of my cousins right before Gabby messaged me, like maybe a week before, I was like, God gonna vindicate me. I promise you is. He coming. I'm just gonna wait on him, blah, 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 blah. Everybody thought I didn't know what I was talking about. Everybody thought I was going crazy. I'm like, okay, here he comes. He's coming. So yeah, he came. He didn't come like basically like I'm not done. Let's say that. I'm not done, but he sure came like I knew when she texted me he was coming. So we were at the wedding. Jackie was like, would have been better if y'all was just sisters. I'm like, you telling me? Girl, you are telling me. I understand because yes, easy. Yeah, that's money. When we were sisters, that's money. She's like one of my favorite people to work around with, like hands down, because it becomes like water, man. It comes so easy. She knows more people. She's more outgoing than me. I don't care what nobody says. She is. Which is probably why I love working in a room with her, because it's like a balance. But yeah, she's like, she had to change. She had to leave Bama and like go to UAH for other reasons, and you know she still stayed on her goals and accomplished her goals, and that's what I'm saying. I like women like that. Like, life gonna be hard. We already knew that, but like that doesn't mean you get sidetracked. You know, you fall in love so much you forget what the fuck you was doing. Like, so she accomplished her goals and she got married, and it was a back-to-back. That's an N1. She did an N1 on y'all ass. She's another powerful black woman. Okay. And if I step out on a limb, you know what I'm saying? God got me. If you really believe it. If you don't believe that, you step out on a limb and the first bad thing happened, like, you won't think it's the branch breaking. And it's not. It's like, it might be crackling, but you might need to keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say power, because when black women walk in a room, that's kind of what we exude. We exude like this beautiful essence. Sometimes, you know, if we put our hands on it, we know it's gonna get done. Like, we know everything gonna work out. If black women take themselves out of the rat race, y'all are gonna be Sam Cooke. You know what I'm saying? What's this what was it? I know I laughed when you left, but now I know I only have myself. Baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all gonna be sick if we take ourselves out the rat race. I don't know why everybody trying to bash us. Who? What? Okay, calm down. Calm down. All right. We finished the look, put a little mascara on, did our lip. Told you the eyes was gonna work with whatever. Like, that's my favorite. It's my nude. It's my nude. It's like a slight orange. But I have like this. The Fenty give me warm undertones. Like, my real skin, it's kind of cooler. But whatever. We did a cute little lamp to match this. This is the, you see the whole thing. But we are gonna put green shoes with this, and then we're gonna take pictures. So
today must be my lucky day.